Hey YouTubers, this is Still Sexy Butch, coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico. The topic of this video is things that bug me. The very first thing that pops into my head is when people are driving and they don't use their signals. Man, I hate that. Oh, I hate that so much. I hate it with a passion. You know, if you're going to switch lanes, if you're going to turn, whatever you're going to do, please signal. That's what your signals are there for. It just really bugs me when you don't use your signals. And then I've seen people drive with their signals on, you know. The signal's flashing, and I'm behind them, and I'm waiting to see what they're going to do. And I'm following them, and I'm following them, and I'm following them. Their signal's flashing like they're going to get in another lane, or they're going to turn, or what, but this can go on for miles. It's like, well, I guess these people don't realize that their signal's on. Makes me want to honk my horn, but then they think I'm being rude, so I don't want to honk my horn. But that's my very first and biggest problem, is people driving and not using their signals. That's what they're there for, people. And see, what else bugs me? Oh yeah, going to a store and purchasing something like, say, a department store, going to the checkout and being totally ignored. We had that happen to us once. We went into I think it was a Kohl's, and when it got our turn to get up there and get checked out, the woman who was working the cash register, she was turned away from us, talking to another woman who was working there. They were carrying on a conversation, and she was like, she was checking us out, but she was not paying any attention to us. She was talking to somebody else while she was, ringing up our purchase. And then when we left, she never even acknowledged us. She didn't turn and say, thank you for shopping here, or have a nice day, or anything. She just totally ignored us. The same goes for when I go into a store and I'm looking for someone to help me, and there's nobody around. There's nobody to ask for help. I'm looking for something, I don't know where it is, or I have a question about something, and there's nobody to be found. Or when I go into a store and the second I walk in the door, it's like 2 or 3 employees swoop down on me. Can I help you? Can I help you? I'll let you know when you can help me. Just be around in case I need you. Don't swarm on me like, flies on shit. I mean, I just walked in the door, That's something else that bugs me. So a lot of my problems have to do with people being rude, If I go into a store and I'm either not acknowledged, or people swarm around me when I first get in there, but when I really need help, there's nobody to be found. I don't understand that. How can you have 3 or 4 people, practically jump on me when I walk in the door, but then when I really need help, where did they go? I don't get that at all. It just really dumbfounds me. See, some other things that bug me. Dogs barking. We have some people living behind us, and their dogs bark constantly all day long, and a lot of times at night. Now, I don't know if it's just because they're alone, because I know at night they're not alone. And sometimes I hear them, getting yelled at, but they still bark. Dogs that bark constantly, day and night, just really irritate me. I used to live in an apartment across the street from these houses, and this house that was directly across from, is right across from where my bedroom window was, on that side of the building. They had this big white dog, and they left it outside, all the time, which, I felt sorry for the dog, but day and night, bark, 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 and it was just crazy, I tried to let the people know that there's a problem, and they didn't pay any attention. Just like, well, whatever, the dog's guarding our yard. Well, okay, so the dog's guarding your house, fine, but that doesn't mean that you just chain it up out there with this little dog house and don't pay any attention to it. Of course it's going to bark. And that's a real beef with me. People who just put their dogs outside, chain them up out there, and then just ignore them. And then everybody else gets to put up with it. It's not fair to the dog. It's not fair to the neighbors. Be a responsible dog owner. Don't leave the poor thing out there all the time, just by itself, chained up, and here, throw a bone out there and a couple of toys and say, there you are. The dogs need attention. They crave attention just like people do. They're pack animals. So, you got to remember they're pack animals. They need company too, So, be a responsible dog owner. Be responsible. Pay attention to your animals. Play with your animals. Don't leave them alone for long periods of time, That's why when we first got our dogs, we got 2. Because we figured if we just got one dog, if we had to go out and do something together and, for whatever reason we couldn't take the dog with us, maybe it was too cold out or something, then we couldn't leave the poor thing alone all by itself, So we got 2 dogs, and they keep each other company. So when it's too hot out or it's too cold out, to take them out, they're, dachshunds and they have short hair. So, when we have to leave them home, at least we know that they got each other, that they can be okay together. But anyway, that's another one of my things that bug me. What else bugs me? Oh yeah. Why is it that when you purchase a CD or a DVD, anything like that, they have the damn thing wrapped up so much that it's practically impossible to get into it. It's like, I don't know if you've ever bought a CD or a DVD where it's in that plastic, I don't know what you would call it, a plastic jacket or something and it's got like a little hanger on the top where they hang it up with. And then, well, it used to be that when you bought something like that, well, even now, you can buy something like that and they don't take that off at the cash register. Some places they do take it off at the cash register now, but some places you buy something like that and they don't take it off. And then you get it home and you're like, how the hell am I supposed to get this open? And you're there, oh God, let me get a chainsaw, I gotta get this thing open. I don't know, and then by the time you get it open, you're like, you're so tired that you're just like, well, now I don't want to listen to it, or I don't want to watch it, because now I'm just frustrated. Why do they have to put so much packaging on those things? I don't understand, And then sometimes they're just like wrapped in, clear cellophane, and you're like, oh, well, this is easy. And then once you get through the cellophane, which can in itself be an interesting challenge, and then you get, oh, I got the cellophane off. And then it turns out that all the way around the little thing, the little CD or DVD, all around it has these, like it has this, some other stuff taped on it that you have to, cut through. I don't know, I just find that kind of stuff irritating. I mean, why do you have to have so much packaging? I don't get it. It's, oh, it's anti-theft stuff. Well, yeah, but it really bugs me, okay? See, what other things bug me? Oh, yeah. People who aren't handicapped who park in handicapped spaces. Aren't you just special people? When I see people that, aren't handicapped and they park in a handicapped space and they get out of their vehicle and it's obvious that they're not handicapped and they don't have any kind of handicap placard or anything like that. They're just parking there. Well, guess what? You know, I'm so tempted just to go and like park behind them with my handicap placard up in my window so they know, hello, you're not supposed to park here. You know, you're not handicapped. Well, those are just some of the things that really irritate me, and I think I better stop now before I go too much further, because I don't want to start ranting like a crazy person. Anyway, if you want to comment on this and maybe put some of your own comments below of things that bug you, or if you agree with any of the things I said that bug me, please feel free to leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, this is Still Sexy Butch saying peace, love, and signing out for now. Bye.